this video we're going to do now is a conversation. We're gonna talk about business. As it's something that I don't think many people who actually run audio businesses, they don't talk too much about it. They talk about, plugins and hardware and how things are incorporated into a business, but nobody really ever talks about the business side of things. So Danny runs a business in audio, has done for how long?
A long time. So it used to be just production. I mean, production's over 30 years, and I incorporated the mixing and mastering within it. So yeah, 30 years. Recently, I'm focusing sometimes just on mixing and mastering, not just combined with production. But yeah, basically over 30 years.
And we're coming up now. I mean, I've worked prior to Audio Animals on various different things, but Audio Animals is now coming up to 15 years, I think it is now.
Amazing.
15 years. That seems a long time to run a business. But so one thing that we don't really talk too much about as a community, I guess, online, is the business side of things, because that to me, that's the most important thing above the actual studio and what the studio is capable of. Because without a good business, you don't have the work. You could have the best studio in the world, but if no one wants to come there, and it seems like marketing, all these different things that are so important. And one of the things, just quickly to touch on, is even things like doing this video. Now, from a business perspective, if you can create the best looking video possible, really good lighting, really good color grading, everything looks amazing. People will almost look at that video, watch that video, take more notice of it, and potentially want to work with you because you're showing a more professional look. And that's something that I've spoken to you recently about, because you've started doing your videos on YouTube, and they're not shot on the best of cameras, for instance. The audio's not using a proper mic; it's using one of these sorts of close lapel mics, which is fine, and that's all good. But little things like that, they do add to the image of a business, and that's something we can talk about. That's good for this subject, because if we're talking about business, image is a big thing, and this arcs back to the whole thing of what I'm saying about all this gear surrounded by it, and this is a really important one that I said recently was with regards to all this gear. Now, you imagine I'm sitting here and I'm in this studio, but I've not got any of this gear, and I've just got a laptop and some
ARK monitors and a 212
Focusrite 202.
Yeah.
And are people watching that video and thinking, I should listen to this guy?
No,
I don't think they are.
No. If you had a really good pair of monitors, that's a massive help, at least. But yeah, no, absolutely. Visually, for sure, this is going to get you work coming out your ears. And I know it does. It does. With me, so I've, believe it or not, for the last 30 years, all my work is word of mouth, actually. It is literally word of mouth. Clients come to me and they stay with me and they recommend me to their friends or fellow producers, and I keep them, and that's how I collect my...
And there's a reason, and we've spoken about this, and I've told you the reason why you get so much work. And the reason you get so much work is because of you. You are what although taking out the fact that you're good at what you do, taking that out of the equation, you as a person, people want to be around you. They want to be in studios with you because of who you are and the personality, that is a trait that you either have it or you don't. You can't learn that. You can't it's not something you can learn and just be like, everybody wants to be around me. It's like we go to parties, for instance, and it's like I almost talk about it as like you're the center of this universe and everybody's just gravitating around you at these parties.
Yeah, no, I get that, because if I think if you're a people person, you're going to attract people in business as well. And that's why I've started my YouTube channel. You told me that I should be doing that. I'm really slacking though. I've done like, I think 4 videos.
You've got all these to post.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll post these as well, definitely. So I need to keep up the algorithm. But you said to me, just be yourself. You said, be yourself in these videos.
You're the selling point.
Yeah, because obviously my equipment's not my selling point. Don't get me wrong, my equipment in the digital world, I think is great.
It's everything. Your studio is everything you need to work in the box.
Yeah, the controllers, everything. So I love my studio. I love yours more, but I love my studio. So as you said, the more of the selling point is me. So, and I remember I did a test video and I was trying to be all professional. And you said to me, but you're not you. In fact, you thought I was reading off a prompt, which I wasn't. But you said, this is not you. Just be yourself.
Be yourself.
So I did another video. I was a bit too much myself.
Yeah. It was...
but I must admit, even the 3 or 4 videos that I've posted, I've got a surprising number of, quite a lot.
I've had people. There's a few people who messaged me after those videos went out.
After my ones.
Yeah. And they messaged me privately and said to me, "I've just been watching your mate Danny on YouTube."
Oh yeah.
And they said to me, he's so real and funny and just like, you're just sitting there watching, laughing along.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's nice to know.
There was really positive ones. There was quite a few people messaged me.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I said, if you're watching a video that Danny's posting, you can trust every word that he's saying because there is no filter.
No.
There's no. He wouldn't be able to not be honest. If something's rubbish, he will say that and not. He will not care because he can't not just say what's true.
Yeah.
And I said that's going to be, and I mentioned it to you. Is like that's going to be your thing.
Yeah.
Is you are your selling point.
Yeah.
And as soon as you try to be someone else, you try to be more professional and sit and kind of be all upright and talk like that's not you. Trying to be corporate. It didn't work. No. And I watched it and I went, that's not you. I don't like that. I don't want to, like, you watch these videos that are on, a lot of Americans do it, and they are very, very corporate in the way that they deliver their videos. And you sent me a video.
I did.
You told me about one fella the other day, and it was all the information was there.
Yeah,
it was brilliantly well presented, and all the information was there. And you sent it to me, and you said about watching it, and I watched it, and I was, God,
it was boring.
It's so robotically boring.
Yeah. He was talking about my favourite plugin of all time, which is the It's the SSL 4KG plugin, right? Now we won't go down that road about that plugin versus your SSL. That's a different video that we've already done. But in the digital world, that is my favourite plugin by far. I use it every single channel and every single bus. It's killer, in my opinion. Now with the controllers, but that's another topic. He was talking about that, and that interests me a lot because I don't know everything about everything at all. I learn a lot. So, but you know what? I watched it, and there was a very long video as well. I think it was
30 minutes long,
at least. I'd say after I persevered, because I was eating anyway, but I persevered, and after about 6 or 7 minutes, I couldn't take anymore. I was so bored, and I just put on something else on YouTube. I see what I put on. I put on someone eating. I like watching eating videos, but that's another story. So Now, he had all the special effects in the video. He's obviously spent a long time. He knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. He spent probably, I don't know about money, but he spent a long time on it. And he was all very, very corporate and, well, didn't speak like that, he was American, but very sensible.
Yeah.
I just didn't, you know what it's like? You know when you meet someone for the first time, it's almost like I met him for the first time, because I don't know him, but I've never seen his videos before. I don't know if you get this. Let's say, talking of parties, let's say you go to a party and you get introduced to someone that you've never met or seen before in your life. Sometimes you're a bit bored. They're talking, even if it's a subject that you're interested in. You're just thinking about other stuff. Your mind's elsewhere. And then there's some people you click, and it's like you've known them for years. It's like they're your best mate, and you've just met them. So it's a bit like that in videos for me. I didn't connect. Now, I'm not trying to falsely big you up just because you're my mate, but genuinely, when I watch your videos, and I'd say I watch all your videos, and I always give them a like. I don't always give them a comment, but I always give them a like. But when I see your videos, I'm genuinely interested because you're interesting. Now, sometimes you even repeat yourself about 1,000,000 times in about 10 different ways.
Do you know why that is?
But it doesn't bother me.
Do you know why that is, though?
Because you're having a conversation with yourself.
I'm having a conversation, and you've picked me up on it before. He said you do a Paul Ashmore, you say, which is basically I'll say something and then I'll go, no, you know what, and I'll go back and
in
say
the same breath,
And the reason for that is because nothing's scripted. It's all real. Everything's real. Nothing's scripted, and it's a case of we're going into a video with just the title of the question someone's asked, and I'm answering it. And you cannot get more honest and kind of get it out exactly what you want to say.
Yeah.
By not scripting it. As soon as you script something, it's no longer honest. It's not. It's I don't script anything. The only videos that I script are videos that I do for other companies, and they require it to be scripted.
Of course.
Any videos that I do of mine, I don't script them because it's unnatural, and I don't like that. No,
you're the most natural, and you're like me. You're born in Essex, and we both have an Essex accent. I think yours is more Essex than mine.
I was born in East London.
Where are you born then?
I was born in Leytonstone.
Were you? Okay. Similar thing though. East End. East End.
Yeah.
I was King George Hospital in Essex. So same thing. But you're very much yourself, because a lot of people, like when they speak, like, we're not that bad. We're okay. We're East London. But a lot of people try to like really pronounce everything and be posh in their videos. You don't. You're absolutely, you're 1,000,000%.
So one thing I'll say on that is when I first started doing video content, I know I've got, like I've got an accent, you know what I mean?
It's not an accent, but
it's not an accent. Yeah, but it's not an accent necessarily to us.
Yeah,
being from here,
but to the Queen,
but
she wouldn't even understand us.
But to people in America, for instance, I've got the accent of all the bad guys in Hollywood, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I always had this sort of almost a worry that how will people around the world take me,
perceive you? Yeah,
because I don't necessarily, I'm not quite hard accent as such, like kind of hard off the tongue, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily smooth, and some people say to me, "Oh, what was that? What was the plugin you were saying? The way you pronounced it, it's just like just a noise." And my wife picks me up on it. She says sometimes you just do noises. You're just like, and it's like,
But you are being 100% yourself.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, I've always thought. Well, I'll tell you a quick story, and I think it's so true. Okay, once, like stupidly, I would never ever promote this, and I think it's stupid, but I once took DMT. Do you know what DMT is? It's a bit like sort of LSD. I don't know. I
know lots of people that.
Yeah, but I don't encourage it. I don't encourage it.
I've not done it myself.
Yeah, no, don't. And I hate my kids to do stuff like that. But I did. I admit it. A few years ago, and I kind of had this kind of vision of air fresheners. You know the air fresheners in your car? Are they pine ones?
Yeah. What, like trees?
Yeah.
Right.
So one big one green one appeared in front of my face, right? It's really weird. And then these little baby ones appeared like sort of beside me, and they said, "We're going to take you up into space and show you the universe." And they were talking to me telepathically. This is the honest truth, I swear. And they were talking to me telepathically. And one of the things they said to me was, people like to be around you because you're 100% yourself. And when you are yourself, people can be themselves.
Yeah. 100%.
So they feel comfortable around you.
Yeah.
And then I got this kind of thing from them saying, it's like the reason people like being around their dogs, in your case, Dolly, right? It's because a dog can only be themselves.
Yeah.
So guess what? You can be yourself. So the fact that you in your videos are yourself, I think that's why people like me and obviously you've got a lot of viewers like to watch you, is because you've got no pretenses. They can be themselves. I know it's a video.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah,
it is true, and I got that from that experience.
I remember when we first met. I think the first time we met was
we met at a party.
Donna's party.
It was.
And we spent the whole night just jamming away.
Yeah, that's it.
You were playing guitar and I was banging. I even had an accordion at one point.
Yeah. Our mate Austin was playing bass. I remember that.
So it was just a really, really fun night.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, we'll get on. Me and this guy will be good friends. And that was probably what? 10 or so, 12, 30?
Maybe more, I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon it's probably about 15 years ago.
I know you had the audio animals, and I tell you, so it must have been less than 15 a little bit.
But I reckon it was only probably about 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
13 years ago.
I'll tell you why.
I weren't with Charlotte at the time.
No, you weren't. And also, I remember our mate Austin, I was very, very good friends with Austin. I know you were, but we didn't know each other. He used to talk about you and Nick, about the audio animals, all the time. He would practically live in my studio, and we all the time we go, I must introduce you to my mate the audio animals. And I said to Austin, no offense to you, because I never met you, I didn't know anything about you. I don't think you did videos, or if you did, I didn't watch them. No. And I said, there's no point, because I do my own mixing and I mix and master my own things. There's no point. And he'll go on about you. And then we met at the party and we just hit it off like that. And
but that's
now I see you more than I see Austin. But exactly. Some people click, and that comes across. I
think from a business perspective, going back to business, when it comes to, for instance, yourself, the reason you have so much work is because of you and your personality, and people want to be in the studio with you. And I've known that. I've known lots of people who have recorded with you over the years, and people travel far and wide. To come abroad. Yeah, come over and work with you. And I think in general as well is when it's a recording service that's being offered. If I was an artist, I wouldn't want to sit there with someone who's clearly doesn't want to be there, is bored, is not fun, and is just a bit like you're not getting the best out of the artist. Whereas I know, and I've spoken to multiple people. I mean, I spoke to Jenny recently after she'd recorded, and I said to her, "How was working recording at Danny's?" "Oh, I loved it. I can't wait to go back."
Oh, brilliant!
You know what I mean? So it's like. Whereas if you were just sat there as a normal engineer, just like, right, I'm going to record you now.
Yeah, I've experienced that, because when I was around from the age of 18 years old, I used to be a session guitarist and doing a lot of sort of flamenco, because I was quite specialist, because everyone's electric and strumming, but I'm a trained classical guitarist, so
unbelievably good.
I've forgotten everything now virtually, but I was back then, and so I used to get a lot of work in big studios. And for example, there's one studio I used to do a lot of sessions in. Oh, what was it called? It was in Beulah Road in Wimbledon. Not my mate Ben Robbins one. Love Ben Robbins. It was another one. Oh, R.G. Jones.
Right.
And the engineer there, I can't remember his name. Nice enough guy, absolutely nice enough. There was a few of them, but it was so corporate. Like I'm going to press record now. No feedback,
No.
nothing, and it was fine. I did a lot of film music there and stuff. But I loved it. Don't get me wrong, because I loved the studio. Oh, it blew me away. The whole analog, massive SSL desk.
Yeah.
But he gave me no inspiration.
No.
Whereas singers do say to me, like the other day, my friend Samira, she is fantastic. She's on Alex's single at the moment. She had to record vocals, and she's got a pick of any studio, and she said to her manager, no, I want to go Danny's because I get the best result there and I feel comfortable with him.
That's it, yeah.
And a lot of people
When
do
we
say
were
that.
designing and building your booth,
Yeah.
or your booth, as you like to call it.
Yeah. Booth. Vocal booth. Booth. Vocal booth.
Vocal
That's
booth.
booth, 100%.
Right, well, I say vocal booth.
Go on.
Anyway, so when designing and building your vocal booth,
Booth.
the intention of that was for it to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And for when an artist walks into it, to be feel as though like it wasn't dimly lit. It was nicely lit.
Yeah.
It didn't feel too enclosed, and it really worked.
Yeah.
And people can go in there and they can get a great sound in there.
Yeah.
And this is one of your big selling points. I feel for you is that when people are recording with you, they are getting their best results.
Yeah, they are. And what I make sure, I know a lot of vocal producers who will say, my friend Shenna, she calls them do it again producers, because they're like, do it again, one more time. I don't do that. Like, I want to get the best out of them. And I know the longer they're in there doing it again, by the time they get to do verse 2, they've lost the plot to live.
100%.
So I know I'm going to be tuning everything anyway. So all I care about is performance. So yeah, that is one thing. That being said, though, in the last year or so, I'm now tend to focus quite a bit more on mixing than the production. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing the production all the time, but
then also as well is that's you going where the money is
yes,
in a way.
Exactly.
You know,
but you see, for mixing, I don't actually want clients in unless they're my actual friends.
So then from your perspective there, how do you then get, and this is something we kind of had conversations about. So if your unique selling point is you, and you're offering an online service, how does a client can't benefit from this you being a charismatic person in the studio because they're not there to experience it?
So I guess YouTube, that's the only
exactly. And this is what we kind of come up with, was that, well, what you need to do is you need to do some YouTube content, put some videos out, show you as a person. And then it was the whole thing of, well, the first video you sent me was like, no, that's not you. Be you, because that's what you need to sell.
And do you remember what I did after you said that's not you? I did a second one on my toilet. I was actually on the toilet, genuinely, another constipation thing. It's the Manjaro, it slows your stomach down. And I thought I'd just do a video from the toilet. And then you said, you can't post that. You can't post that.
You can't. Like, that's too...
I know, it's the extreme. But third time lucky.
Yeah. And I would encourage anyone who's watching this, if you're watching it on the Audio Animals channel, if you do want a laugh, go and watch Danny's videos on his channel, because they're really unique in a way that I won't spoil it for you, but there's I can guarantee you there's some firsts.
Yeah, there were two firsts in my. We can tell him if you want. Or shall I tell him?
I mean, God, you can say, but I encourage you to go and watch the videos.
Okay, yeah. All right, I won't say then, because I want you to watch my videos. And please, come. He's got enough subscribers.
No.
Subscribe to mine as well.
Well, this is another thing. Talking of business.
Yeah.
YouTube now, what they do is you can collaborate on videos.
Oh, you got a hype button. I hyped up one of your videos the other day as well. Yeah.
So there's all these new features that are coming in.
Yes.
And
like what, apart from the hype?
So if we do a video like this, I can upload it to my channel, for instance, and then I can add you as a person, as a contributor into the video.
Oh, right.
So then all the likes and subscribes
do they come to both?
Can come to both.
Oh, please.
So by you even if you're on my channel,
Yeah.
I don't have to put a link in the comments and say, oh, there's a link in the
What?
comments.
So you're
that go-
saying if they like the video on your channel, they'll like it on mine?
No, not like that. There's a subscribe. So both of us are listed as a subscribe option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a contribution type thing.
Oh, brilliant.
A really good way of doing things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we'll implement onto this video. But
Yeah.
All those little things, really good for business.
Yeah.
And from this other little business things, website. Now we've got a really nice website. We built you a really nice website.
Yeah, I love it. Do you know, a lot of people contact me and they say, why is your website so similar to the Audio Animals? It's like a smaller version. I said, there's a reason for that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a different design.
No, yours is more complex.
The thing with that is the way I built your website was ours works. And it's a formula that works. So why not implement the same formula into your website?
Of course.
And it works.
Yeah.
You know, I've had lots of people who are mixing mastering engineers who have made their own websites, and they've copied a lot of what we've done.
I've seen people advertise mixing and mastering services, and it's your studio. Have you seen that?
I've seen them. Yes.
I'm like, what? How can you do that?
Well, that's bad business. That's
I wouldn't even use AI to create an imaginary analog studio and claim it's just not real.
Well,
It's like,
I've seen there was I won't name the company, but a mixing and mastering studio, a pretty legitimate one, and they used a picture of my studio. It was my old studio. They used a picture of my studio as a thumbnail in their video.
no way.
Saying and it was like, it was about mixing and mastering. And then I got in touch with them. I spoke to them about it, and they said, it's we can't be held accountable for that. It's our thumbnail guy. He when he made it, he just picked any studio.
Was your studio in their video?
No.
So it wasn't even in
They
their
just used it for their thumbnail.
So it wasn't even a thumbnail from the video. That's terrible.
It then went to their studio.
Yeah,
Like, why would you use
they're passing the buck. There's no thumbnail guy. Imagine that. What's
And
your
then it
job?
was like-
I'm a thumbnail guy. Come on.
So then they were like, we're going to sack him because... and I was just like, stop. It's like, and then the funny one was they kind of ended the conversation with, it's like, he's... Paul, I'm really, really sorry. Is there anything we can do? I said, turn up at court.
Really? Yeah.
I would never. I'm
it's not worth it.
It's totally not worth it. But
wow,
it's just
crazy.
like, don't like. I've had a few times people.
Yeah, I've seen it. I think
that.
I've showed you as well.
Yeah. I get. Look, and the funny thing about it is, you can't do it because it's one of the most recognisable studios. Maybe not this one, but my old studio. This will be, but my old studio, one of the most recognisable studios in the world, arguably.
Yes, unique.
And
I've never seen anything like it.
It was just a wall of speakers. You could not try and pass that off as your own.
No way.
I used to get people, as soon as someone tried to do it, people would just send me the pictures, send me screenshots of it, and then it was like, here we go again.
I saw some Russian mixing engineer try and pass off your studio.
I'll tell you what, you go on Fiverr, there's probably, when you look through listings on Fiverr for like in the box mixing engineers, there's loads of them that are pictures. They have pictures of my studio. It's just like, come on, man. And the worst thing about it is what worries me is that people who potentially want to work with me see that and go, look, I'm going to work with Paul on Fiverr. No, you're not. I'm not on Fiverr.
They think you've stolen the picture from the guy on Fiverr.
Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness me, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing is, if anyone shows your picture, they ain't getting your sound, that's for sure.
No.
And do you know what? Even if they had your studio, they're not getting your sound because they haven't got your skill set either.
Yeah.
So
well, it's as well.
they're no threat. No one's a threat.
No, I don't.
It's just annoying. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
you can look at it as flattery. They say. What do they say?
I know. Yeah,
you know the saying is the biggest form of flattery. What do they say? Not copying. What's the word? Plagiarism.
Imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
But it's not really. It is, and it
it's
isn't.
bloody annoying.
It is. But yeah, so I'm gonna carry on with my YouTube channel. I need to do a lot. You know what my problem is? Like I think, oh, I need to do a video, and then I think, oh no, I've got this job and I've got this job and I've got this job, and they want this mix now, and this one. So I end up putting it back. But I shouldn't.
So next subject is basically how do you make time for it all? Now, for me personally, I had a geezer the other day, and he said to me. Are you actually doing any mixing? The amount of videos you put together and all this other stuff and all this stuff that you do, like, are you actually doing any mixing?
Wow.
And it was like, yeah.
You're not going to buy all this just
like,
for YouTubing revenue.
But it's the thing with it is people question that how can you do that much work, and it's like, just because you can't doesn't mean I can't.
Yeah, I think a lot of other people do spend more time as YouTubers than they do mixing. I think that's probably true. I know it's not in your case because I know you, but you somehow cram everything in.
Yeah,
you do.
I think it's important to do as much as you possibly can.
Yeah,
and but my idea of things and how I kind of try and work things is in a daytime, start work 9 o'clock, let's say, finish 6 o'clock, right? But work doesn't actually finish when you run a business. Work doesn't finish at 6. That might be when you stop mixing. But what in reality is right? Okay, so you're recording some videos. While something's recording in the background. So then you've maximised your time on that record time. Oh, I've got to record a techno song that's 15 minutes long. Turn around, record a 10-minute long video.
You know, I can't do that. I can't multitask, even though you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I can't. If I know that it's really bad.
So you've got to sit there watching it record.
No, actually, if I know that something's doing it, I have to let it do it. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, see, I'm very much a multitasker.
Yeah, you are. Well, how many times have I heard, like, we've done like voice messages on WhatsApp, and in the background on his voice message, I'm hearing he's typing a whole email while talking to me. But what he's talking to me about makes absolute sense and has nothing to do with the email. I can't.
You'd literally start typing what you're saying.
Yeah, I would. Or the other way around.
Yeah, what you're typing. So multitasking is a big thing in.
It's because you're so feminine. It's a feminine thing. I'm more of a man, so I can't do it. But,
yeah.
I'll go.
The next time you want a studio built, you.
Oh, I was joking. You're the most manly person I've ever met in my life.
So,
apart from your manly compressor.
I ain't got a manly compressor.
You used to, though, didn't you?
No, I've never. That's one brand.
See,
I've never had.
The plugin's better. Go on,
that's one brand I haven't got, but I will because I firmly believe that Dirk, who's just taken over,
he's great.
He's amazing.
Oh, what's he taking over now?
He's Manly.
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't know that.
So he owns Manly now, and he will. And I said this from the day I saw that he'd taken Manly over. I said he will start doing digitally recallable hardware.
Sure.
And lo and behold, a week later, he's kind of come out and said we are going to try and do digitally recallable hardware. And I said,
he's got a nice studio for sale.
Yeah, he's in Texas. Yeah,
it looks wicked.
PMC system similar to this.
Yeah,
but he's got
massive armchairs.
That's what I wanted to do in here. I was thinking of doing it in here, but instead I chose the vocal booth. Which I think is a better. It adds another string to the bow, kind of thing, of what I can potentially offer. I can record people now. I can record sample packs, and I can do all that.
The big Cinebar chairs is a luxury.
Yes,
it's a real luxury. And if you ever got like film producers in,
but what I was going to have was it was going to go 2 meters back further that way, and then I was going to have sofas.
Yeah.
So all it would be is us shooting this video.
It's very nice if you did attended sessions. Yeah. It's lovely to sit there and just chill, but you don't do that. You never do that.
So you've got 2 sofas in your studio.
Yeah.
You've got one there, one there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of not putting this rack in and putting a sofa in there instead.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no, why Why
For you, you don't need it.
Yeah.
For you don't. The reason I need it, because I often have
clients in?
clients in that are vocalists and that are producers.
Yeah.
And songwriters.
And there's usually
I
quite a
need
few
it.
people as well.
Yeah, like the other day I had, what are they called again? Really nice guys.
Oh, Rat Pack.
Yeah, so I had the Rat Pack, that was 2 guys. And I had Nucleus, which is 2 guys, that's 4. And the girlfriend of the singer from Rat Pack, that was 5. And they didn't want to squash up, so I had to get a chair, and I had to get, like, I had a chair a fold-up chair that I brought in. So yeah, for me the sofas are perfect. It's great, but yeah, for you, yeah, I think you've made the right decision. Yeah, and I mean this is amazing. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. So going back to business.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, like you said, there's not really much point. Well, there is, but any adverts that I do, let's say on Facebook, etc., they're going to look at my studio and your studio, and that, no matter how much you think my personality might come through,
it don't come through in a picture. That's the problem.
Oh no, not at all.
So
not at all.
Like the problem you'd have with advertising or posting pictures.
Yeah.
Is how many times can you post a picture of your LA610?
Yeah, yeah. I don't even
or
do
a
that.
microphone, or
No, that's right.
But what you could post is the sessions, the people that are in the session, and
true.
pictures of you just kind of in the moment laughing with the artist, things like that.
Yeah.
They're the type of pictures that would sell the service.
Yeah.
Pictures of the gear don't sell the service. So when it comes to business and how to promote and market you as a business, you got to look at it a different way. Whereas for me, like
you don't need a person. You have got one, but you don't need one because you got this.
Yeah, so I can post. I can get by posting pictures of gear, and people follow the channels and
of course
follow the Instagrams and Facebook and whatnot because of the gear, and they want to see all these like this whole gear porn type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I know another mastering engineer, right, and he's known as being a bit on the weird side.
Yeah.
And I won't mention his name, but I feel like you'll know who I'm talking about.
Tell me after that.
Yeah. I feel like you'll know who I'm talking about. Now he's run a really successful mastering house that's gradually gone further and further downhill.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because he hasn't moved with the times.
Yeah.
And he I'm trying to say this.
I'm trying to work out who it is.
The problem is I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
don't want to give it all.
And I'm trying to not say something that everybody's just going to go. See him.
Yeah, it's John.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So so he posts. He doesn't post on his I was going to say the company name there, on his Instagram for his company. He doesn't post pictures of equipment or pictures of something music related. He posts pictures of him, selfie with him and a cup of coffee.
Yeah. I think I know, but I'm not going to say it.
But things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that's bad marketing.
Yeah.
Because nobody's there
Yeah.
for you and your coffee. Nobody, not one of your clients cares about you having a coffee or a bagel in the morning or whatever. Nobody cares about that.
I do because I love food. Like
but no.
No, I get you.
If it's your if that's your mastering engineer or your mixing engineer,
of course,
I don't want to see that from them.
No.
Whereas if they get a new piece of hardware, I want to see that,
of course,
because that directly affects me as a client.
Yeah.
So I think what a lot of people do is I've got another friend as well who posts lots of content on YouTube and Instagram, and his stuff. What's the most polite way of putting it? Is he posts a lot of really good stuff, but also as well is in his videos and shorts. He puts himself down.
Really?
In a way, like for instance, say for instance, he's I don't know. He's got some monitors. Let's say he's got his monitors, and in the videos he'll say things like, "Oh yeah, they're not these monitors, they're not good enough. They've got a dip here, and I find it hard to hear these frequencies. And
I saw
this,
that. I can't remember who it was, honestly,
and
but
this
I
room's
saw.
not quite right. And
Yeah.
and I watched it, and I thought, why on earth are you telling your client base?
I saw
this?
that. You also remind me after. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I think I remember. We'll speak after. We don't want to put anyone down, but I saw that video.
Yeah, but this is the
I
thing.
thought that.
Exactly.
I'm not even a client, but
And imagine
I
if
thought that.
you were a client.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
thought
looking at that going, well, I ain't sending my track to you.
Yeah.
Whereas in the next video, let's say, I'm sitting there going, oh, look, I've got the best monitoring possible, and it's perfect and all this. It's like,
Of course.
You're going, well,
Yeah.
to me, that's really bad marketing.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that may be slightly naive of the person to not always. You've got to be, although you're being 100% truthful, right? You're being as honest as they come.
Yeah.
By saying all these things. Don't say them.
No.
Because that's not.
Don't lie. Just don't say them.
Yeah,
Then you're not lying.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just, you don't have to lie about it.
No.
Just don't tell everyone you've
Yeah.
got rubbish monitoring.
Yeah. I can't remember honestly, but I saw that video. Was it about a week or two ago?
I don't know. I mean,
Well, that's when I saw it. It doesn't
yeah,
mean
that may
Well,
be.
I saw one where he basically put down his monitors. It was exactly that, and I thought it doesn't encourage anyone.
No, it's not encouraging anyone.
I'm lucky. I can honestly say I adore my monitors, and you know what? They were originally yours. Do you remember?
No, they weren't my ones.
They were.
No, they weren't.
sure?
No, they weren't.
I thought they were.
No. I'm sure they weren't.
They were.
I'm sure they weren't.
They were. They were.
No.
1,000,000%. Yeah. Because this is not a secret. I bought them from SX Pro, but SX Pro bought them from you. It was those ones, and they're incredible. All your stuff is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know where.
it was.
Maybe that's right.
No, it
Yeah,
was.
maybe
But they. Yours are absolutely incredible, equally as incredible. But I love them so much. They're the pulsers. They're the Ex Machina pulsers.
Very good monitors.
Yeah,
I used to use. Well, yeah,
I
clearly.
remember,
I used to use them before this system.
Oh yeah, so I'd heard though. I trusted them.
Yeah, before this system.
It was well before, and yeah, so I can hand on heart say they're amazing. And you encouraged me. It was a lot of money, but you encouraged me to get those, and it was the best thing I've ever done.
Well, there's a few things. There's a few things that I've encouraged you to get.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's not a waste of money, knowing that it would massively benefit you, and knowing that from a business perspective, it's a good purchase for you.
Oh yeah.
A few things were Stream Deck.
Oh yeah. Just that is incredible. I even use it for my talkback for the singers. Everything. It's amazing.
Controllers, SSL UF8 controllers.
We'll put it this way. So earlier on today, you got me to mix a song with in your studio with a mouse and a keyboard, because we were comparing the analog and the digital. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. It took me 1,000,000 years. It was not fun at all. The controllers are just I could never go back. I remember at one point I considered changing over to soft tube.
Yeah.
But
also as well as you tried going with PreSonus as well.
Oh
and
yeah,
that
I got rid of that.
was a nightmare.
I sent that back.
Yeah,
that was a 16 channel, whatever it was. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, my SSL.
But that's probably really good. The PreSonus ones are probably really good if you're working. What is it? SonarWorks? Is it that work with that?
No.
What are they designed for? I can't think.
No, you're talking about PreSonus. So what's the?
No,
they make the one fader. The fader
but don't
port.
they also make a DAW as well? Isn't it designed to work?
Yes, they do. Studio One.
Yeah, it is
Studio One. Yeah, Studio One's good. Yeah,
Studio One's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
I've considered on a few occasions moving over to Studio One. Far more cost effective for me.
Yeah, it would be. Oh, it would be.
You're a Logic user.
Logic's amazingly cost
£199, and you've got it for
life.
Is it for life?
There's been one paid upgrade once, a major one. I mean major. Yeah. But other than that, no, it's free. It's
same with Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops is a one-off payment, and you've got it for
Whereas
life.
you're paying like a fortune.
I pay £80 a month.
Insane
for Pro Tools.
Insane.
and Nick pays £80 a month.
Yeah.
And then I pay 40 quid for Pro Tools Studio as well.
And you've got one on your laptop that you just
Yeah,
got home as well.
yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, this is another video, but I would argue that Logic and every DAW is as good as each other, really. I like in terms of definitely sounds.
Right. Next video.
Okay.